Hey, smart cookies. Welcome. Nicole here. Welcome. Let me know if you can hear me. Say, hey, I can hear you. Better yet, tell me where you're listening from. I'm just going to check a couple of the settings. We are going live on YouTube and LinkedIn today. So since that's a little new to the operation, I want to make sure everybody can hear me. So let me know if you can hear me. I want to start off the way we always do. And we start off with a little short quote that might give you some motivation. And this time I thought it might be really cool to go way back in time to 1996, when Bill Gates himself said the phrase, "Content is king." Now you might be thinking, how is that really motivational this time around? And I will tell you why in just a second. Let me make sure that I have someone tell me, okay, Kristin can hear me. Cool. Kristin is here with me. She is somebody who asked a question this week. Lots of you ask questions, but sometimes Kristin asks a question that has like a perfect visual. So again, thank you, Kristin, for always.
I can't tell Salesforce.
You probably ask other questions that don't have it, and then you're just asking a few, and one always comes through. So thank you so much. Thanks for being here. My coworker is trying to manage his volume, so I hope that's not annoying. If it is, put in your headphones. Turn me up. Okay. Why is content is king? Why is that so helpful today? And motivation for today is because when I think of content, maybe like you, I think of some giant book, right? I think maybe not giant, but here's a new one that's on my desk right now, Clockwork. I certainly have Gary V's book also on my desk. So that's sometimes when I think of content, right? I think of chapters and captions and social media content, the visuals, the words, and it can all feel a little overwhelming. When I think of blog content, oh man, we just recently finished up a 50 blog project for someone, and my team was like, that was a lot of blogs. That was a lot of content. And I think what I heard them say was, can we not do another one for a while? Is what I heard them say, right? Lourdes, if Lourdes is with me, she'll give me a correct. Well, anyway, when I think of all that, I think, wow, that is a whole lot, but how can I break it down and give you just a really easy place to start? And so I have 4 easy places to start with your content today that'll help you get ranked on Google. So if everybody can still hear me, if I'm live in all the places, then that looks great. I'm going to go over them quickly here and give you an overview of the agenda so you can stay with us, or if you're on the replay, give me a hashtag replay that you're on the replay, because we're going to talk about rank.
Oh, so all this.
Google and ranking, right? How many of you, of course, want to be on the top of Google's search engine? Maybe Bing, Yahoo. What's another one out there? I just saw someone had pulled up the other day. DuckDuckGo. I don't know. There's so many, but the authority is certainly Google. I think they say 75% of searches begin there at Google. So we want to make sure that we have 4 things as a little bit of a checkup. There are lots of other things. There are those blog projects. There is social media. There's other ways. Certainly video also gets ranked. But I want to start off with some basics. So today, number 1, we're going to talk about your meta description. Right. Shortened there for you. We're going to talk about your headings. Yep. H1 tags, H2 tags. Yeah, you're ready. Cool. And then alt text. Alt text. What in the heck is that? I'm hoping my mom watches this later and she's going to be like, what are all these words? How about a URL slug? Man, we do have really interesting words here in marketing and SEO. Okay, yeah, blogs, right? Nurturing campaigns, all the things, right? It's just so much content. It feels like a lot. Well, in this case, I'm going to show you how you can write a 3 or 4. Maybe you might write 5 or 6, but I'm just going to ask you to stick it to about 3 or 4 sentences for your meta description. For your headings, those are going to be nice and short. For your alt text and your slugs, we're talking super, super short for those. So if everything else feels like out of control and you can't manage all of that and that's just way too much content to tackle, why don't we tackle the place where 75% of searches start? Why don't we tackle those things, give that a little checkup, a little tune-up, if you will. Maybe I should have called this a tune-up, because I think this is something you should always evaluate. This isn't a one and done. It never is. There's always stuff changing in your business and in the world. So we're going to look at all of those. Kristin, since this is one of her questions that came up for her, I'm going to bring her up with me. Let me know when you can see my screen, everybody. Kristin, if you can tell me you can see my screen first, that would be helpful. And then I'll get you up here. Okay, StreamYard always gives me a couple like extra, hey, just so you know, and don't forget. So, okay, there we go. You can see my screen. Say, hey, I can see your screen. I'm going to hopefully pull up your site, Kristin. Let's see. Pull you in as well. Cool. Thank you for saying you can see it. Appreciate it. And you have in your Facebook Messenger just right now, you have a link to come on up and see me. Okay, so you come on up and I'm going to get logged into your website. Okay, and we're going to check out those 4 things. Now, Kristin probably is a rock star, and she probably, or I mean, she is. I do call her that because a lot of things that she does, she is on it. So if we don't find anything on her site to fix, I'm going to blame you, Kristin. I'm going to say you worried about nothing, which frankly is a win in itself. But hopefully we have something to look at, and this isn't a snooze fest, and that there is some aha, if you will. Okay. So I think is it admin? Shoot. All right. And you are here. Are you here? No, I don't see you. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? There you are. Cool. No, I don't see you. Cool. Where are you? Yay. Okay, now I need to put our mics. They are not in the right place. Yay. Okay, now I need to put our mics. Okay, can you still hear me, Kristin? You good? Yay. Okay, now I can hear you. So there's that. What are you on?
It's echoing. I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
What are you on? Let's see. Oh, let's try this one. Hold on. Let me try one more time. 1, 2, testing, testing. Testing, 1, 2. Oh my gosh.
Here I am.
Why can't I? Yes.
It's probably just a delay. Yeah.
Oh my
Here
gosh.
I am.
Why can't I? Yeah, okay.
It's probably just a delay.
You might be right about the delay. This might get annoying. You good? Oh no. Guessing it's a delay. Can you hear me now? Oh no, where'd you go? Can you hear me? No.
I muted myself because it came up a couple times.
No, where'd you go? Oh yeah.
It keeps echoing. So I hear you say, "Oh no, where you go?" Like 35
Mute
times.
me. And do you have AirPods or earbuds?
It keeps echoing. So I hear you say, "Oh no, where you?"
Is there anything that focuses on 2022 bookings only?
I love technology.
Or is that going to become?
Okay. Let me at least get into her site, and then we'll just kind of talk about it. And then when I stop talking, she can talk and give us some feedback on what she saw. And that should work. Okay. Let's see. No, this is correct. Well, I'm going to add it because, LastPass makes my life easy. Okay, cool. So we're here. We're in the back end of WordPress. If some of you don't have a WordPress site, you might have right now just be like, I'm checked out. I'm leaving. I don't want to watch this because I don't have WordPress. Nope. Stay with me. This happens for every single platform. These same 4 things that I already talked about are applicable. So whether you're on Squarespace, or maybe you are on Wix or Shopify, or I don't know, whatever platform you're on. WooCommerce is technically it. Anyway, wherever you're at, these 4 things are just like the bare minimum of what Google needs to find you. Actually, I'd say the bare minimum starts with your domain name, but that's a different lesson. So instead, hang out with me. I'm going to show you how to do it inside WordPress, and you'll see how easy or how difficult that is, depending on where you're at in your website journey. And I'm going to show you one of my favorite tools to make it even easier on everybody. So if you are a beginner, you have a site, you don't have a site, you need to work on a site, you're in good hands, I like to think. Okay, so Kristin, you good? I can only see you over here. Thumbs up? Okay, she's good. She can hear me, it seems, or she's just really good at smiling. So let's begin. I'm going to go in and make sure that her plugin first, that is called Yoast, which I believe, yeah, see, it's right here, but I just want to come down and always show you that I always go to check on somebody's plugin, especially if we're going to do anything on the site. If we're just going to look at the site, that would be different. But since we're going to update something, I just want to make sure. So it says that there's a new version, and then we can update it right now. I'm going to do that. It's only going to take a second. But we want to make sure those are updated. You can do auto updates. It's over on the far right. Kristin, later, if you want to do that, you can enable auto. I only like doing that with plugins that I know and trust. So Yoast would be one. Smush is another one, but it's not that important. You have a lot of photos on your site, but those photos don't change all the time. So you're probably not in there smushing. Maybe you don't even know what that's for. I probably put it on your site for you at some other time. So it just helps reduce the size of your images so they can load faster. Okay, looks good. So it is updating. I'm going to leave it here for just another minute. There we go, updated. And we're going to come over here to where Yoast lives. So Yoast is, it's a plugin. It's a free plugin. Of course, they have paid versions. They'll remind you that there's a premium version many times along the way. But for these 4 basic ones, you don't need it. I would even say if somebody said to me, well, Nicole, but it would still be better for me to have it. Not for these 4. If you get to listen to this video, no, this video, free resource with this free plugin will get you really, really, really far. Now, later on, as you start building out some content, or if you start adding multiple products that you don't know enough about, that you're learning about, then yeah, sure, grab the premium. Okay, so let's begin right over here and see what does it say for her meta description. I like Yoast because they give you like a red light, green light always, so that you know how good you're doing or you're not doing. Webmaster Tools, there we go. It's usually on the first one. No, search appearance. How about search? There we go. Okay. Oh, interesting. There's not a logo there for you, Kristin, and we know you have lots of logos available to you. So let's get that one in. Oh, interesting. There's not a logo there for you. Okay, you see me working here on alt text. If you can't see it because it's so tiny, it is alt text. And I'm just putting in, it's on her logo, I'm putting in her business name, so Southern Crafted Shutters. And the title doesn't matter, none of that's gonna matter. And we're gonna hit select. So there we go. Save changes. Now, I think, let's see, does it say, yeah, it does say your logo, okay. Now let's come on over to, this used to be set up a little differently. I shouldn't have updated because now I realize, oh, they made lots of updates since last time I looked over here. So let's just go through.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Kristin, will you tell everybody the story, and I'll be quiet while I grab this next link. Will you tell the story on how you have learned about meta description, that you got a phone call today or yesterday?
Oh, yes. Today I had a call from, I don't know, some random person who said that their company does, oh, hold on, I gotta hit this one off. I don't know, some random person who said that their company does, the noise is killing me. So I got a call from a company, I don't know, Logical something or another, and they said that they're a Google provider, etc. And he said, as he was telling me other stuff, and I told him that I didn't need it, but he said, well, I noticed that your meta description wasn't there and that you don't have a Google preview page. And I was like, oh, that's really interesting. Thanks. I'll have to look into it. So that's what, that's all I really know. I've done some of this stuff when we do blogs. Like I know that I'm supposed to do the alt. So I do the alt text on things that I do for blogs, but I don't really know what he was telling me. That's why I asked you the question.
So Google Preview, it's interesting. I can talk, yeah. What's interesting about Google Preview is I thought there's only a Google Preview when we talk about ads. Anyway, I don't know. Okay, so let's talk about meta description. Yeah, okay. So, and you do have Google Ads, but I thought that was interesting that that's what the 2 things that he talked about, meta description on the other. So I was excited to dig in. So meta description. So we want 3 or 4 sentences, Kristin. I'm going to write a few, and if you want to write a few on your side or just on a notepad or something, a few things. And I'm going to try to talk, I wanted to talk it with you in real time. I don't know if your sound can work with you, but I wanted to do that because I wanted to go back and forth on how I would, as a copywriter, write interesting things for the computer plus a human, right? Like I want to make sure it's discoverable by Google, but that it's helpful enough to cause somebody to push the go button on your link. So I was hoping we could marry the 2 things, but I only know really bad shutters. I don't always know all the awesome things about shutters. So I'm going to take a stab at it. How's your sound? Do you think we can talk together at the same time? Maybe, maybe not. We'll find out. Okay, so meta description. So Kristin sells, manufactures in the US, by the way, custom made
I can
shutters.
try.
Okay, to order.
So
meta description. So Kristin sells, manufactures Okay. So I might say something. I love a verb. I love an action verb. I feel this we're distracting people. Sorry. So I'm going to try an action verb like discover or no, I like for you enhance your home with, and I want to talk a little bit just right here, just to pause for a moment, because Kristin's going to give us some of them about the sales funnel. How many of you on here has seen me draw a sales funnel at some point? So we all know sales funnel. And I want you always to think about keywords that would attract somebody here that they're a little bit farther away in their buyer's journey. They're not quite here yet. So how they search on Google here might be like patios, right? Patio space or outdoor living, or something like that. So a really, really broad category. I always want you to have some of those words. And then of course, I want you to have some decision-making words, some nurturing words where they are likely shopping, right? So alternative to wooden shutters, for example, is something she and I've talked about before, because someone might be like, I don't want to paint these things again in 10 years. Like, how do we get rid of these? Or somebody is buying a new home and they're like, I don't know what to do with cedar, so why don't we just get rid of them? And then of course, so that would be more of a shopping word. And then what would be a buying word, right? So they might be saying Bahama shutters, right? They might be saying, if they know a phrase like that, or they might be saying aluminum shutters, which are things that she uses. So I always want you to think about what are the keywords that you need and where do you need them? When it's on Google, people usually know what they want or pretty close. But sometimes, how many of you have gone to something you're like, I need a tent for a cabin trip with some friends, and I don't know the first thing about tenting. That would be me. Tenting? Anyway, camping. And so my search would look really high in the funnel here before I finally narrowed down. Oh, has an air mattress with a plug for my for my blow dryer. Cool, great. That's the one that I want. So I want you to think about that. And what are those words that need to be here, right? So how to enhance your home or your outdoor living space with, right? So Kristin, what are some keywords right now that you are targeting on your website? What'd you say? You want to type it? Yeah. Hysterical.
I'm
Okay.
typing because otherwise it comes like I get 50 echoes and you're super delayed. But I've got, well, I don't know. See, because you know me, I don't do very well at the top of the funnel because that's my problem, is that I don't know what you would Google and somebody would suddenly say shutters. Most people look for shutters. So privacy is a big one for Bahama shutters. Like we've done when we've done privacy walls or a louvered wall or Bahama shutters for privacy, at least on, I don't know, Facebook or Instagram and stuff, people seem to like that. I get a lot of people save it a lot. So I figured that that's probably one of the key things that people look for. Curb appeal, but I don't think curb appeal often leads you to shutters, but curb appeal is one for, especially for the traditional shutters out front.
Which may or may not be easy to do depending on if they actually one, what they do.
Okay, so these are just a couple examples then, right? So it could be like create privacy with Bahama shutters, right? Create privacy and enhance your home with Bahama shutters. So we're just going to go over this one generally speaking. Everyone is going to find like how hard it is to write 3 sentences all of a sudden today. Like I made it sound really, really simple, and it is. But usually we're not doing it on a live in just 25 minutes. So for your business, you take just a little bit longer. And so some of the things that she just said to me was about creating privacy and enhancing your home. And I'm pretty sure one of my team members, I love it. You would search style of shutters. Okay. Yes, totally helpful. So one of my team members is on a smart cookie entrepreneur. Awesome. I love it. So she's in the market for shutters, and she would probably start at the top of the funnel. Great feedback, style of shutters, right? So she might not know the difference between traditional shutters, like Kristin just said the word traditional shutters, and some of us are like, I think I know what that is. They look like they're louvered, like they're push country western bar saloon doors. Actually, no, those might not be louvered every single time. I guess sometimes country western saloon back in the day would have like this arch. Anyway, I digress. The point is, where she could be coming out with traditional shutters and where Kristin's coming out with traditional shutters, very, very different. And so how does Kristin get some of those people at the top of her funnel that's just starting to look, and so she can educate them through her site and then ultimately win their business? So it might be about creating privacy for her, and it might be creating style, which is why I thought like enhance your home. It sounds very it doesn't sound like you're getting vinyl shutters when I say the word enhance. I don't know about you. So create privacy and enhance your home with Bahama shutters. So I'm gonna leave it there for a minute, and we're gonna see what kind of we're not gonna get a whole lot of oh, I did it in the wrong section. Sorry. Didn't scroll down far enough. Let's try this page. And let's try it. Create privacy. Let's copy and let's paste. And it looks like, yeah, your web page default, no article. We just want, our red light, green light. Yoast, you're letting me down, man, in real time, for real. Let's see. Kristin, when you're, well, we're logged in the same, right? Yeah. Usually right here, right away, it'll say things to me on whether or not it likes this meta description. So maybe they have changed what you have to pay for. Let's do a refresh and let's check it out.
So I would say the billing data is their source of truth.
Yeah, I don't know why. This is feeling like it's a waste. I'm about to pay for your premium in a second. Yeah, I know. I saw it was on the blog one. I saw that one, but I'm not seeing it on the main. And usually that's how they hook you. They get you.
So
it's usually just right here at the beginning. See, and it's so funny. It says 0 problems. I disagree. They should be lighting you up for meta description if, let's see, first time. There we go. Let's try this. Okay, looks good. Southern. Oh, I assumed that this was, okay. Let's try again. Save and continue. You have some social profiles that need to get put on there. So I'm going to do that really quickly. This is quickly turning into the how to set up Yoast. Let's see.
Yeah, so yes, because he knows, yeah, yes. And he probably would be
Okay, here we go.
that part.
You don't have a Twitter, right? So we'll just save and continue. You can come back and add Instagram or TikTok. I know you love both of those for business, that you love both of those for business. There, I finished that sentence. Okay, well, and okay. Now it should be saying you have problems. It's not saying you have problems. Strangest thing. I'm tempted to go.
Like that's stuff that's live.
I wanted to only do the free one. I really don't want to have you guys go through the rest. So let's just move on to the next part. I will come back and do a follow-up on how you can fix your meta description. But let's go over to your media and talk about, let's just talk quickly about some of these. So right away, you'll see that she has a whole bunch of beautiful pictures, right? Aren't these great? Isn't that a cool shot? Great shot. Your photographer is fantastic, Kristin. So you can write the alt text for all of these in one place right here in your media section. You don't need to go to the site and like go through each and every single one of them. Double check it, make sure it's updating for you. Okay, flush the cache if you need to. Those are all technology that I know that she knows, but if you're on a different site, a different platform, you may need to check in how you do that on yours. But you'd come in here and you would just update it. And you might say, well, Nicole, I haven't started using that one yet. That's okay. I would just run through and do them all. So anytime you use them, or if your team jumps in, or I jump in, somebody jumps in to use something somewhere, there's already the words that you want on there. Now you might say, well, how in the world do I know what to name this besides cool shot that Kristin took? I'm assuming Kristin took it. Certainly you want the words you want to rank for. So back to this. And I would consider, you could have it Bahama shutter every single time. You could have it the color, right? I would come up with a regular way that you might include what type, right? What style. And then you might even want to mention Bahama shutters on brick, right? So it's easily to be found by Google. Then I want to come over to your pages. So I was just going to spot check you a couple more. I know this is one of your favorite shots. You use a few places without the words. So here it is. So this one doesn't have any alt text there either. So you'll want to jump through. See, there we go. Not finally not a snooze fest. Man. Okay, let's go to pages and check those really fast because my coworker is getting really chatty and we already have sound issues. So I feel like we have a problem. Houston, we have a problem. Let's go to your front page and check there. So I'm going to show you how to check it on any platform instead of just showing you inside of how she uses a drag and drop builder, which is super cool. If you need to know more about it, I'd love to tell you more about it. I love it. I convinced Kristin to move to what's called Divi, made by Elegant Themes. My mouse doesn't. Okay. So you're just going to right click. If you're inside Chrome and you right click, it'll say inspect. If you're inside a different browser, it might say developer tools or something similar to that. You'll click inspect, and then when it opens up, it will be whatever you had it set on last. Like, so I had it on iPhone 12 Pro, but you can change it around. That part doesn't matter for this right now. What my concern is I just want to go to all of her headings, and I want to see like this one. This one is her H1, and it says luxury exterior photos. So this is what she believes right now, as of today or recently, up until now, she has believed that this might be an answer somebody is looking for in Google, and she wants to show up as that answer. So it might be great to interview some of her customers, which she's doing. She's in the process right now of doing, but to interview some clients or prospects. And, you know, maybe the team member that's saying like, hey, I'm in the market and I'm looking right now. Get somebody before they're actually ready to buy. How are they talking about shutters? And are they saying the word luxury? I don't know. I'm more of a, let me shop all the categories before I decide. There's plenty of times if I don't even know price, I pick the highest price one. Yeah, anyways, does that happen to anybody else? Without even knowing, but that doesn't mean I would search it as luxury. So she might want to consider, is that how her people are searching for them? So instead, that would be one, it's an H1 to consider, is that how you want to show up? And is it working for you currently? Are you being found by those? She tracks all of her metrics inside of Google a ton. So I know that she knows whether that's coming up or not for her. So let's go down to next one. So this is like quality craftsmanship. This is like that keyword there. Let's see, it's still a good line to have because of the way websites are laid out. You want people to know what they risk if they walk away from your site. And so they could risk quality craftsmanship if they go somewhere else. This is labeled an H2 because I know her design software is Divi. I know why that is. We can adjust it with a little flick of the wrist and just change that H2 to an H1 and would look exactly the same. It might take, okay, that's fair. It might take more like 2 flicks of the wrist to make sure it looks the same, but it's really easy just to change it to an H1. Let's go look at it. Let's go find another H1 and see if that's something you want to show up for. And let me come back over and see you so I can see what feedback you want to give me. Okay. You good so far? Okay. So let's see this one. Oh, interesting. Oh yeah, no, that one's an H2. Okay, okay, great. So yeah, it looks like your H1 is that first one. It's all in caps. So those other ones can just get easily switched. Yeah, all of these could easily get switched. And this one should probably have the last couple words, 3 steps to transform your exterior. And I say should because I helped her write that sentence, so I can say it should. 3 steps to transform your exterior with shutters, I think would be a really great way to make sure that exterior and shutters are near each other. And she's getting found for that. Because I think if she was live with me, talking with me live, she would say it's usually exterior shutters she wants to come up for. She doesn't want to come up for window shutters or like interior window shutters, which I love those. When we built our home, I really wanted some of those. I think, are they called something else? They called, I don't know. Anyway, my point is she wants to get found for exterior shutters. So that would need to be in a lot of her media images with those alt texts. Okay, so I wish I could say we conquered this. I will send you a follow-up video. And I went through her headings. I know an easy way to show her how to fix that inside her specific designer. We went through alt text and just the easy way to update all of them through her media browser. Let's wrap it all up with a URL slug. And let's call this video done. So plantation shutters on the inside. See, I knew it. My H1 is the one no one is looking for. Yes. So you'd want to change your H1. So tell me what you know is one of the most popular things people are searching for in the comments. Oh yeah, Kristin's okay. Got it. Crystal's here with us too. Cool. So URL slug. So we never want to make this overly complicated for people looking for us. So let me get out of developer tools and let's go over to shop the gallery. Or I really like her measuring and installing guides. Oh, I do like this one too. They have a lot of fun on their site for sure. So measure and install. So here is a beautiful slug. That's what this is called right here. That's highlighted. It's her domain name. So scshutters.com/measure-and-install. Number one, it's not all smushed together. So we have hyphens so the eye can easily see it. And so the computers, right? The technology knows how to separate it out quickly and easily. Super helpful for SEO. And it is about shutters, right? It's about measuring and installing shutters. So it is exactly what it says it is. And it has guides all the way down the page, right? So there's no bait and switch here. You are getting absolutely a guide to measure. And if you want, install your own shutters. They ship across the country. So to the team member who's looking, just saying. Okay, meet our team. She has shop the gallery. So again, shop the gallery. So if someone was just writing shop shutters, that could be there. So maybe this could be extended instead of gallery. It could be shop gallery. And then that's what she has right here. She has every single style all sorted out. And yeah, so for the prospect who might be looking for style of shutters, maybe that's the URL that needs to go here. We can still call it shop the gallery. But since somebody's telling us the word style might work for them, and then maybe you have some data that backs up and supports people use the word style, then you could absolutely include that in your slug. You can name the link anything you want. We know this, right? We know this. We can, in an email, we can say like, hey, come over and shop the newest styles, and we can link to anything, right? We can link to Target, but we can say whatever we want as the link name. So this part doesn't matter as much as what does this say right here. That makes sense? Cool. All right. That's what I had. I had those 4 things. I really wanted to get you the meta description, so I'm going to hop off and I'm hopefully going to deliver that to you guys later today. Kristin, any questions? Since you're still with me. You have questions? You have lots of questions? Oh, no, we're on delay. I see. Thank you so much, friend. We'll have to figure this out next time so that we can, side by side, be all the places at the same time. Have a great day.